Imagine a world where gravity is just a suggestion, not a rule. In this world live snails, unique creatures that overcome gravity every day by climbing on vertical surfaces and even ceilings. But don't be deceived, their life is not just some scientific marvel. Snails have their bright sides to life and humorous nuances too. For instance, did you know that snails can eat paper and cardboard when they lack calcium? That's right, your letters and cardboard boxes could become a snail's dinner. Imagine a snail breaking into your home not because it's looking for warmth or shelter, but because it wants to nibble on your tax returns or favorite book. Another interesting fact is that snails have thousands of teeth called radula, but they are not for biting. Instead, these teeth are used for grinding food. Imagine if you had thousands of teeth and all of them were only for eating soup. Or have you ever heard that snails can regenerate their body parts? Yes, a snail is like a little superhero with the power of regeneration. Even snail superheroes have their weaknesses. They can regenerate a lost limb, but unfortunately, they can't get rid of that unpleasant neighbor who always crosses the boundaries. This is how snails overcome our everyday challenges, using their unique features and abilities. They live quietly but impressively, and each of their movements is a small but significant miracle of the world. The vision of snails is far from the sharpest in nature, but that doesn't diminish their impressive ability to adapt. Their eyes on long stalk-like protrusions allow them to perceive their surroundings, though not as vividly as humans do. Snails often rely more on their sense of smell and touch, which allows them to feel the environment and avoid dangers. Breathing for snails is also a unique phenomenon. While most snails breathe using lungs, there are species that can breathe through their skin or even have gills. This allows snails to live in various environments, both on land and in water. Now for a bit of humor about these slow but fascinating creatures. Have you ever wondered if a snail's breathing could be slower than its movement? Imagine a snail that breathes so slowly that the air gets old before it reaches its lungs. Or a snail with gills that decides to try diving, but forgets that its speed is more suited for meditation than for fast swimming. Despite their slow pace, snails are true masters of survival. They adapt to their environment using their unique features and survive conditions that would be unbearable for most other creatures. Snails prove that in life, speed isn't always the most important thing. Sometimes it's wisdom and the ability to adapt. And finally, let us delve into the scientific facts of the snail world that will further reveal the secrets of these incredible creatures. The body of a snail is a complex and wonderful mechanism that has evolved over millions of years. Scientists have discovered that snail saliva contains substances that can help regenerate human skin, making their research important for medical science. Additionally, snail mucus is being studied for its potential use in surgery and wound healing. Moreover, the genetic structure of snails gives them an impressive ability to resist pollution and adapt to different environmental conditions. This means that snails are not only slow, but also very resilient creatures. Snails also have a unique ability to hibernate or enter a state of estivation when environmental conditions become too extreme. This ability allows them to survive droughts and other adverse environmental conditions. In conclusion, I would like to say that snails are much more than just slow creatures with a shell on their back. They are incredibly complex and interesting animals with many unique features that make them important in our ecosystems. Their slowness, resilience, and ability to adapt are just a few of the many examples that show how interesting and diverse nature is. Thus, a snail is not just a miraculous creature, but also a part of our nature that deserves respect and protection.